Ida.
I'm Lucy.
I'm Rima.
I'm Cecilia.
I'm Blake, and this is a presentation about Philip Morris International and corporate social responsibility.
Philip Morris is a tobacco company. It's based in New York in the United States. It's the largest non-governmental run international tobacco company in the world. And it sells its product in more than 180 countries. It has over 78,000 employees and it produces around 899.9 billion cigarettes every year. Last year, the company had a revenue of $27,208 billion.
Having looked at several definitions, we settled on the fact that corporate social responsibility is about how companies manage the business processes to produce an overall positive impact on society and for the stakeholders. The challenges that face Philip Morris are to change the perception of a company that is widely associated with negativity and death, to align the company with societal perception of what is acceptable, and to respond to ethical issues such as the Kazakhstan labour scandal of 2010. The response and reaction from Philip Morris to the CSR challenge is very varied and widespread and includes a strong mission statement declaring their intent to improve their CSR standing, a global humanitarian task force which responds to crises offering aid at a local level, and being open and accepting the dangers of their product whilst admitting fault when issues arise.
Porter's 5 forces consist of barriers to entry, supplier power, buyer power, competitive rivalry and threat of substitutes. The factors that affect PMI are the barriers to entry, which consist of economies of scale, government legislation and the cost of creating brand awareness. The other factors are the buyer power, which are limited due to inelastic demand, addiction, brand loyalty and low levels of disposable income.
The passive forces are political and legal, economic, technological, environmental and social forces. From a past analysis, we can see that the political and legal and social forces are the forces that affect PMI the most. This is because government regulations against the cigarette companies and cigarette advertisements, increasing tax rates on cigarettes, workers working under illegal circumstances, child labour and smoking ban in public places, as well as developing social awareness against harm of cigarettes and a healthier lifestyle.
We're now taking a look into the SWOT analysis, their strength. PMI display a high level of brand identity and brand awareness, and they also have a dominant control of the market. PMI is aligned with the mission statement and has a strong manufacturing infrastructure. The weaknesses. PMI faced the weakness of selling dangerous product. Another weakness is that PMI relies solely on the sale of tobacco products. Opportunities. PMI can strengthen their market position by expanding into emerging markets. Another opportunity is to strengthen their brand portfolio. Threats. The key threats for PMI are plain packaging product display bans and ingredient restrictions. Another threat for PMI is government regulations, tax on tobacco products, and a global agenda for tobacco regulations made by the WTO. Another threat PMI faces is the negative public perception.
Having looked at the management systems of Philip Morris and the competing values framework, we have decided that they follow mainly the internal process model and the rational goal model, whilst at the moment they're heading towards adopting the open systems model and the human relations model. Having looked at Philip Morris International's entry into the CSR business method, they have made huge strides in improving their image in the Western world and great charitable efforts. They have not yet fully responded, though, to the quality of life of their workforce, as well as continuing some questionable business strategies in poorer countries. To proceed as a company, they need to address these issues fully. As well as this, they need to continue in the direction of the open system model by adapting to the more health-conscious environment and looking at other products such as nicotine replacements to create a more varied brand whilst improving their image. As well as this, they should push forward with the human relations model to improve conditions for workers, as we have already mentioned, whilst being more open about business practices, which would once again improve the business and public perception of the company.